I hope you know my friend Bill O'Brien. That song was so appropriate to precede this conversation because I thank my God for all that you've meant to me and to us, Bill. Bill is about to have what I think is his third or fourth retirement. I've lost track of that. Bill currently serves as the executive director of the Gaston Christian Center, which is one of our significant mission partners here in Dallas. And April 1st, he'll be stepping down from that role, which really is the third or fourth time he's done something like this. And we're so grateful, Bill, for the work that you've done. This is a story that goes way back to Wilshire's early days, because those of you who've been around here for a while know that Bill was Wilshire's very first full-time minister of music before becoming a missionary and then serving as a mission executive and a teacher of missions, and now a practitioner of missions again in a new way, Bill. And would you help us understand today, what has Gaston Christian Center become?
The center itself, a building at the corner of Royal Lane and Greenville Avenue, a 66,000 square foot building, the most diverse use of a building I've ever seen in my life. We are the home of 9 congregations that worship there every Sunday. 8 of them are ethnic. Home to one of the largest medical dental clinics for the underinsured in Dallas. Home to the ministry to immigrants known as Gateway of Grace. Home to Kids University, tutoring children at risk, elementary school age. They go to the apartment complexes every afternoon and all summer long, about 450 students. Home to Korea American Share, where Pastor Yu Yoon, his ministries in North Korea. He'll go in a couple of times a year, taking tons and tons of corn, wheat, soy that feeds orphans in 5 institutions and the staff and patients of 1 hospital. We house the administrative offices of a graduate university/seminary that trains urban leaders, grants master's and doctor's degrees to urban and leaders and pastors on 4 continents. We're a brick and mortar building, but we're more than that. We're a sacred space of which we're stewards, and it has been a real privilege to be a part of it.
Well, Bill, we thank you for your service in that that's ongoing. Wilshire has been an integral part of this story from the beginning in multiple ways, and maybe you can help us understand this wonderful relationship that Wilshire has with the folks at Gaston.
Pastor of the Gaston Oaks Baptist Church, Gary Cook, I think approached you and George, or the other way around, but anyway, about being partners. The Gaston Oaks Church, average age now is 85 years old, and they've probably got a few years left. And they began taking in these ethnic congregations and growing. And bring me back to the original question.
How Wilshire is involved, yeah.
We formed a board to partner with them, 5 members from Wilshire, 5 from Gaston Oaks Baptist Church, meeting monthly to determine, when the Gaston Oaks Church is no longer in existence, how do we maintain the legacy of missions that is so characteristic of the old Gaston Avenue Baptist Church. And it was the Gaston Christian Center we came up with. Holistic, worshiping, serving, and it's just Wilshire. I'll go so far as to say we wouldn't have made it if Wilshire had not been involved, not only from the beginning, but continuing right on through to the present time. And we are eternally grateful for that.
Well, thank you, Bill. So there are several Wilshire members who have and currently are serving on the board. Candy McComb here with me. Candy and Vic are former members at Gaston before they were here. You, of course, and Rob Banta and Heather Mustaine, Alan Stafford has been a part of this along the way as well, and others of you who volunteered and served there. This is a remarkable ministry that has taken a church that's today maybe 25 or 30 people on a Sunday.
That's right.
But today there will be more than 700 people worshiping in that building because of the outreach and the mission of the Gaston Christian Center.
About 2,000 people a week come through those halls.
So this is a church with a building that was dying, but had a vision for resurrection in a new way out of that death. And we need to say to you as a congregation, Wilshire, thank you for making this possible.
Absolutely.
When I go and serve on the board of that and help start that, and when Candy and Rob and other people are able to do that, we're representing you. And when you give to Wilshire's Unified Budget, you're giving to the Gaston Christian Center and all these ministries that are there and making this possible in a way that would not have been possible any other way.
Absolutely.
Well, Bill, it seems to me this is a really interesting, I'm not going to say last chapter of your ministry, but later in life chapter of your ministry, given all you've been and where you've been.
I keep retiring because it's fun to get all that attention. Okay, let me just ask you this then, and that given all the places you've been in the world, how you've taught about missions, how you've been a missionary other places, how do you interpret what's happening at Gaston as part of the movement of God's Spirit? Missions is different than it's ever been before. The world is coming to us. The whole issue of immigration is much more important than people on our southern borders. This is the world today, worldwide. But there's always been immigration, hadn't there? Across the centuries, from Old Testament times. And it's a critical time, and we need to be on the right side, on the kingdom of God side of this issue.
Well, Gaston certainly is helping us do that. And Bill, we thank you for bringing such wonderful leadership to this organization.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for being a good partner with us.